we're going to start out seated. You'll want a block and a blanket or a cushion for practice today. And we're going to connect with finding some freedom, like the elements of springtime are earth and water, and they kind of have us moving downward into the earth. And this balance of like expansion and growth, this energy, and like what is expansive, what feels free. And last night in the detox I was talking about this strange reality, which is that when like everything and anything can happen, when there's no structure to our lives, that's not actually freedom, that's chaos. And so when we bring in structure, then we can find freedom. There's actual potential for expansion in a way that isn't possible when everything's just in chaos. There's no structure to expand into. And so this season, with these elements of earth and water, though they provide a lot of structure. Kapha provides structure. And so it also allows us to find freedom, and some of that, what's required for freedom is this connectivity of like belonging, of context, of something being present that creates a meaning for the freedom. If it's just anything can happen at any time, there's no structure, then the chaos takes over. So we're going to explore some freedom in some ways today in our practice. That's all to say. All right, so sitting well, however that looks for you today, letting your hands rest and softening the gaze downward or closing the eyes, whatever feels best to you today. And begin to deepen the breath. Really give yourself the gift of a few really attended to breaths. Like if these are the only really conscious breaths you take today, make them really count. And then asking yourself, what does freedom feel like? Tuning into how that shows up for you in your body, in sensation, in your energy, in your thoughts. With your next exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Keeping the spine long. Inhale, roll the right ear to the right shoulder. Exhale, back down to the heart. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, heart. Inhale right. Exhale heart. Inhale left. Exhale heart. And then begin to make this a little bit bigger. Bring the shoulders into it. Pressing the heart forward as you inhale and rounding back. And just intuitively swaying side to side with the head leading the way. And see what freedom is connected in the body. That's expansion or releasing of tension. And then begin, as it comes down your spine, you can pivot from your hips, swaying out over, rounding, and letting this be a bit of a different movement. Not so much rounding in the spine, but now elongation out over the legs. Giving yourself permission to move in whatever way feels good to you here. We have the structure of our seat holding us. We might find some movement with the arms. And just noticing what feels good to you. And eventually coming to a forward fold, reaching out with your arms. With your next inhale, pulling back in and stretching the legs out in front of you. Bouncing out your knees, rolling your feet around. Tapping down the outsides of the legs, waking them up. And up insides, down the hips, tapping down the outside. All right, from here we're going to come to hands and knees. And placing the hands underneath the shoulders, fingers spread really wide, knees underneath the hips or a little bit wider. Take an inhale here. Exhale, round the spine, gazing towards the belly button. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, let the motion slide up the spine, belly drops, head lift. Exhale, rounding back. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, rounding back. One more time. And coming to a neutral tabletop spine, extending the right leg back behind you. And if you feel balanced, you can extend the left arm as well. If that makes you too unbalanced, feel free to keep that left hand on the floor. So feel the core engage here, the expansion possible. We have the structure of the hand and the knee that are on the floor supporting us. Take an inhale here. Lifting, exhale, elbow and knee together underneath the body. Inhale, expanding out. Exhale in. Inhale up. Exhale in. One more. Beautiful. Inhale, expanding out. Now just drop the hand down to the floor if it's lifted and bring the toes of the right foot all the way over to the left and look back at those right toes, getting a nice side stretch through the right side body. And then if you want to go further, we're going to come into even a deeper twist, reaching the left arm up towards the sky. You can also place your hand on your hip. That feels more stable for you. One more inhale and then exhale, dropping this hand down. Inhale, lifting the foot up, and then exhale, bring it over to the right, placing the foot down on the floor. I'm going to turn so that I'm facing you so you can see more clearly what I'm doing. We're going to come up to lift the torso and putting the block out to the left side. So we're going to do gate pose here. So inhale, sweeping the arms out and up, elongating. Exhale, we're going to side bend over to the right, sliding the right hand down the right leg. And taking a couple breaths here, just allowing the left side body to open. With your next inhale, coming back up and letting the arms windmill around, placing the left hand on the block and extending the right arm up and pushing the hips a little bit forward. And so you're welcome to just expand and breathe here. You might bring the arm in line with the ear, elongating more through the side body. You have the freedom to choose here what you'd like. And also you could lift that right leg up off the floor. And so maybe there's a long line from the right fingertips to the right toes. Balancing here. See if you can breathe and smile and feel into the expansion. One more inhale. And then exhale. I'm going to drop that foot down if it's lifted. Come back up. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, float the arms down to the floor. And then sink your hips back towards your left heel. Getting a nice stretch through that inner right leg. And then coming back forwards to tabletop with this leg extended, and we're going to bend the knee, keep the knee out to the side, and circling it 3 times in each direction. And go back other way. Beautiful. And then coming back to tabletop and sink back to a child's pose and check in with how the sides of your body feel. Like you might notice that The right side of your body, after being attended to, feels a little more free, a little more loose. Sliding the hands forward, lifting the hips up off the heels and melting into puppy pose. You can have your forehead to the floor or your chin. Couple breaths here. And then coming back up to a tabletop. We'll do that whole little sequence on the other side. So starting with some cats and cows. Take an inhale. Exhale around the spine. Inhale. Coming to cow. Rounding cat. Inhale, cow. Rounding cat. Inhale, cow. And then coming back to a neutral tabletop position, extending left leg back behind. And see how that feels, pulling the belly in, maybe extending the right arm out. And if it's best just for you to extend the leg and keep the right hand on the floor, that's great. Inhale, lift whatever limbs are extended. Exhale, elbow and knee together. Inhale, expanding out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in one more time. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Now we're just going to drop the hand if it's lifted. Bring the foot over to the to the right side. Left foot to the right side and look back at the foot. So we're getting a nice extension through the left side body. And then we're going to come into a twist if you would like to. So lifting the right arm up off the floor. You can bring the hand to the hip if you'd like. A little more stability. Where does structure support your freedom? One more inhale and exhale. Bring the hand down to the mat. Inhale, lift the left leg up and over, and we'll place the foot down here. And we're going to come up to the gate pose. So I'm going to turn and you can place your block out to the right. So left leg extended out. The sole of the foot is fully on the floor. Nice lengthened spine. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And exhale, we're going to side bend over to the left, sliding the left leg down, the left hand down the left leg, and reaching with the right arm opening, expanding into this right side body. We have our woodpecker friend joining us. And then windmilling the arms around. We're going to touch down with the right hand on the block. And reaching up with the left arm, pressing the hips forward a bit. So there's a nice balance between the front and the back body, holding everything in place. If you'd like, you can bring the left arm by the ear, expanding a little more. And if you want even more, you can lift that left leg up off the floor and feel that balance and the extension from the left fingertips to the left toes. And maybe smile and breathe wherever you are. Your foot's on the floor, if your arms lifted up, wherever you are. And then dropping the foot down. I'm going to come back up to center. And then folding forward, hands to the floor, and sit back towards that right heel, expanding through the left leg. Take a couple breaths here. And then coming back to hands and knee, just one knee, and then bending this left knee, keep it out to the side, and draw big circles, 3 in each direction. Beautiful. And then bringing it back down. So we're hands and knees again. And this time, let's bring the knees really wide, big toes together, and press back to child's pose here. And then sliding the upper body forward, hips lifting up, toes moving away from each other, coming to a wide knee puppy pose. And then walking the hands in, realigning the knees, tucking the toes under, and finding a down dog. Bending one knee deeply and then the other. Notice if it feels like there's some more freedom, some space in the body, especially in the hips. And looking up past your hands, little baby step by little baby step, walk your feet up to your hands until you're hanging in a forward fold. Soft knees, shake the head around. Yes, 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 no, no, no. And with your next inhale, sweep your arms out and up, standing all the way up. Palms pressed together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Rocking forward onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels up and then dropping them down. Feeling that little reverberation of the structure. This is really helpful for our bones to have that. So a few more drops. Like here's this structure that we can launch from. We can feel supported by to find our freedom. Awesome. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen the spine. Exhale, down, place the hands, step the right foot back behind you, high or low lunge. You might drop this back knee. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And bring the hands together above your head, interlacing the fingers except for the index fingers, keeping them pointed up. And see if you can sink into your hips and lean back just a little bit more. Finding some more openness, freedom here. Inhale and exhale, release the arms as you fold forward and then sweep the arms back and up. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale up and then exhale, touch the mat. Shift the hips back, lifting the left toes up off the floor, stretching through the back of the leg. One more breath here. And then coming forward, curling the right toes under, pressing back to a down dog. Inhale, pulling forward towards a plank pose. And see if you can drop your hips and float your legs above the floor. If you need to drop your legs, you can do that too. Inhale, engaging the core, pressing back. Inhale, pulling forward again. Dropping the legs, see if you can float them, unfurling, opening your heart towards the world in front of you. Engage the core, press back. Beautiful. Inhale, lift. Right leg to the sky. Bend the knee, drop the foot over to the left. Look underneath the left arm. Inhale, extend the leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring it through to the top of the mat. Press down through the left hand, reach up through the right. Leaning back, reach the right hand back behind you. Inhale and exhale, bring the right hand up and over, step forward with the left foot, hang in a forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, standing all the way up, palms pressed together. Exhale, hands to the heart. We'll do a few more of those heel drops, really feeling into the structure of our bodies. So lifting up and then just dropping down, letting it be a reverberation through your body. One more. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale down, place the hands, step the left foot back behind you. You can drop the knee to the floor if you'd like, or keep it lifted if you want extra challenge. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, interlacing the hands except for the index finger. And looking up, really sinking into the hips, expanding, looking back if you can. One more, inhale, and exhale, releasing forward, dropping the arms down, big circles, big expansion. One more. And reaching up, and then exhale, touching the mat, shifting the hips back, lifting left toes up off the floor, right toes up off the floor, and folding towards that right leg. See if you can really elongate the spine as much as possible so you're not like compressing, contracting, expanding. Instead, and then pulling forward, curling the back toes under, press back to a down dog. And inhale, pulling forward, plank, and then dropping the hips, float the legs if you can, opening the heart, engage the core, press back, down dog. Again, inhale, pulling forward, dropping, opening the heart, engage the core, press back, down dog. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting left leg to the sky,
Bend the knee, drop the foot over to the right, look underneath the right arm. Inhale, expanding freedom with that leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring it through top of the mat. Keep the right hand on the floor. Inhale, lift the left arm to the sky. So you can lean back, reach the arm down towards the right foot. Inhale, lifting up and over. Exhale, touch the mat. Step forward with the right foot. Exhale, hang forward, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Standing all the way up. Palms pressed together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pause and breathe and notice. Wonderful. So before we come down to the mat, we're going to do a few rounds of breath of joy. I'm just going to straddle my blanket here. So we're going to imagine a big W in front of us, and we're going to bring the arms up the center of the W. So there's a triple inhale, no exhale in between. So first inhale is up the center, second is down and out the sides of the W, and the third inhale is up the center of the W again, and then we're going to exhale out the mouth. We're going to bring our hands together and go forward and bring the arms through the legs, okay? So we're going to do, let's do 4 of these, and so inhale, inhale, inhale through the nose, and then exhale out the mouth. Slicing forward, clearing all the obstacles to freedom. So exhale all your air. Here we go, triple inhale. Last one. Inhale up, hold the breath in. Open the arms. And exhale, float the arms out and down. Beautiful. Bring the hands to the hips and make some big hip circles. And going back the other way. Lovely. And then finding your blanket, and let's roll it up into a little roll. Gonna come down onto our backs. And we're gonna lay back on the blanket so that it's supporting from like the mid-back through the head and supporting the opening of the heart center. You can let your arms fall out to the sides, and you can even bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees fall open if that feels yummy to you. If not, feel free to just stretch the legs out. We're going to take a couple letting go breaths as we sink into this expansive Shavasana. So deep inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. And then sinking into stillness. Nothing to do here, just relax and soften.
back to the surface of your body, begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. As you're ready, bend one knee and then the other, placing your feet on the floor. And come to rest over on your right side. Taking a breath here and keeping your eyes closed and your attention internal. Gently press your way up to find a seat. Sitting with your eyes closed, allow these words by David White to wash over you. Freedom is perhaps the ultimate spiritual longing of an individual human being. But freedom is only really appreciated when it falls within the parameters of a larger sense of belonging. In freedom is the wish to belong to structure in our own particular way. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart, pressing your thumbs in to feel your heartbeat, your personal pulse. Take a deep breath of gratitude, sending that gratitude from your heart out to all the cells in your being. May we create structure that creates our freedom. Thank you for joining me for practice today. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.